Hi Dad, it's me. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks. I guess since we last talk actually probably nearly 3 weeks. No, 2.5 weeks, let's say that. But these lots happened and I thought I thought I should apologize not needed. I'm sorry, of course, Julie, sorry that I've already been in contact with you. I think you understand why. I mean, it's so passive, it's not even shaking. Obviously, I'm kind of upset by it, but at the same time, I understand. I think about you every day. It's not to say that because I've talked for this long doesn't mean I've stopped talking. I'm thinking about you, and I do miss you a lot. I mean, this came up to a year, man. I've seen memories of Facebook. I mean, today was really about this time. I took you out to the Walt Disney Museum and went to the beautiful Valentine's Day dinner. By the way, happy Valentine's Day. It's late, a few days late, and I thought of researching you, but I don't know. I think I want to do properly one thing. Do you have eyes? I mean, right now it's 10 o'clock. I have to go home from the movies with my friend Matthew Shaw, and we saw a film called Big, which is part of the Magical Film Festival. Magical season started on Sunday. The film is basically a lesbian training changer vampire film. It's kind of fun. It's actually well made, but they don't like to catch up on, and I guess because I this is going to take as long as it takes. Obviously, I wanted to really message you. There's been so many times that I wanted to message you, but I don't know. Again, I feel like I want to um be be ready for it. I think, and maybe give you some good news. It has it's yes and no, but it's something. But also, I guess I've proven that I could be strong on my own without sort of talking to you. Because I think I felt I was always relying on you. I mean, not only that, but there's a certain pressure to sort of communicate every day. Even though I missed that, I want to get back to that. And but I think I have your voice inside in me all the time. What we then say, what he do, what he think, and I feel you're all right. And in my head, I have in my mind you driving and going out for do your own business. I'm sure there's been maybe hopefully some interesting news from your side. And I'm really looking forward to hear about the updates. Anyway, obviously last time I was still in traveling. And I don't know if you see any of the photos from my trip. I hope you have. If not, I have to send to them. And yeah, Great Ocean Road was amazing. And I think I told you that I think last time we said when I was coming back from the drive. And so I'll backtrack a little bit. So Saturday, uh, uh, Tim's friend came over, which was 2 hour drive from out of state, and it's really good looking. I died basically, the three of us playing, and that kind of was interesting and fun. We slept together. That was interesting too because it was king size, so it was big enough for three. So to all the fucking, well, not all the fucking sat on him, everything. I felt I wasn't sure how to approach it because I wanted to be respectful to team, but obviously, irritated, and so it's we all know with that, and they didn't. We played for dinner. We went to dinner on the river, which was nice. A team has been paying for me the whole time, which was very thoughtful and sweet of him. And it's kind of funny. Each dog is I don't know what kind of breed, but it's 40 years old, but he's deaf and blind. But I don't like him just because he pees in the house, even though the the balcony doors are open, but he does go outside because he gets confused. And each cycle is very skittish when you know a common night when he was out and he was in bed with me, but kept moving around, not moving around. I got on but so I kicked him off. Well, not kick him off, but I pushed him outside, so it would bother me. Um, I can't really think about the memories because it feels like a long time ago. Anyway, I guess so that was Saturday. Instead of team friends, so Sunday morning we out to some sort of festival called One Top Fiesta, just kind of fair by the lake, which was big lake full of ducks and stuff, and walk around. We did the fly fox at the playground. Walk around had a shot. He left. He left late morning, I think, or about 12 o'clock. And because you had to go home, but it was really a rush. But you had family dinner that which apparently it's a big dinner, family dinner, organized with this lots of family, lots of relatives, something every month. It's kind of potluck dinner. They used to say that the joke that you always brought drinks, so they made him bring a salad, which is easy to do. Um, Tim and I went to a small botanic garden with for walk. Had it when we came home. Because no, it did start work the next, or that Sunday evening to the next day. And I went back to a town called Port Fairy, which is really beautiful, very pretty. Small town. There's a site that's where Australia's most livable city, or Australia's best city, or something like that. Best community. It was a survey that was done 4 months ago. It was voted the best town in Australia, or something like that. Which I thought, I mean, I can see it's pretty. It's got that postcard pretty, but it's more. I went to kind of hook up with a friend, with some guy, which okay, but he took me to a nice beach called Pea Soup, another name. And the water's really nice. It was cold, a little bit too cold, but I swam there. Yeah, after that, I went to a place called Clean Island. I forgot the name, but it's where they have a beautiful, um, they have a lighthouse there, and it also refers to a colony called sea water. And they're very fragile. You can't disturb them. You have to stick to your path. But because they've been intervened from human foxes, people walking over the shallow burrow, you see a lot of sea water, dead birds, which is kind of a little bit sad. And there are also wallabies too. And we'll go around the length of the island, go back to home. Team cooked dinner for me, which was nice, lamb shanks or something. I didn't realize this, but kind of got was a bit upset with me. But I went for a hookup. If I asked him, it's okay if I go out. And he said, yeah, but you're a free man. So I did that. But I think he felt maybe unappreciative, not appreciate me, not be appreciative of the fact he was showing me good time, and maybe I wasn't enough for it wasn't enough for me. But that was not true. It was just but we sorted that out the next day. That was fine. It's funny because he has his own hookup with some guy. He played with him before, and I did. Yeah, he did ask me to join him. That happened 8:30, about 8:30 on Sunday evening, while I was watching a movie called To Quit, which was a good film, by the way. true quick about the Coen brothers. It's about revenge in the Western times, the Wild West. And the next day, Monday, we went to visit his friend who suffers from depression, ongoing depression. They've known each other for 4 or 5 years. He made what's called buyer's remorse. So basically, he bought a house that was 3 bedroom or 4 bedroom house. It's a really nice house. Upstairs, it's kind of attic space. That's more the purpose. But he was living caravan before that, and he did go through real estate. He was sold directly to a couple by a couple. He felt he made a mistake because it was overpriced. There was issues with the house, like broken egg card or just was a dangerous word, blah blah blah. And the team warned him that he overpaid about at least 100,000 grand. Yeah, because it was way out of town, way out, like half an hour to a really small town, compared to the bedroom house in town, which is cheap. But his friend got so excited he signed a contract without thinking. So that's what's happened there. Seeing now, and hopefully it sorts issues out with the owners, the previous owners. He's got 2 nice dogs, really cute, very energetic to keep him going. But it's weird to buy a house that's so far from town. We got depression because it needs to be searchable and to be good. It's single too. But anyway, so we did that. That was Monday. The team went to work, and I just stay home, watch TV shows. Tuesday was a quiet day. I stay home, worked, and I think I had. Oh, I forgot. Money money. I had another threesome, separate, and not the team, but someone else. It's a small town, but the other guy turned out to be a really nice guy. Good fuck me twice. The other guy was okay. Not just a little bit sexually selfish, if that makes sense. The team warned me about him. Team had played with both them before. And the bigger guy was okay, anyway. And Tuesday, team organized another guy to come over. It's more bottom, just nice there. It's more, it gives a threesome. That's kind of fun. I wouldn't say, of course, that's when I left for home, but team took me out to brunch. On the at the bay. Then he told me of the train station. I took the train in. Always thought it was supposed to drive me back to a place called Geelong, but it was very. You had to work. You could get time at work. That was fine. It bought the ticket for me, which was that first class, but there's no difference between first class and economy. Food's not even included in first class. It was 2 hours those days. I could message it there, but I don't know. I felt like there's too much happening. I would just load it up every time something new happening. We want to tell you. So yeah, what's other days? Work about gym, like it's kind of pretty. I had never been before. We to art gallery. We took the waterfront. There's a nice restaurant at the end of the pier or the waterfront. So we walked there, walked straight back. I had my carry-out with me. I managed to organize a hookup with a nice guy who's bisexual. He likes women, more Asian women, feeling about Indonesian women. It's really nice. It's very talkative. But he shares with his saves your son, but he was out. That was good timing. And he fucked me well. No kissing though. Just suck a cock. That's it. They took me to the airport, which was nice for him. It was only about 3 minutes away, but otherwise I would have had to. But get a sky bag. I would have to pay for that. So that was nice of him. He has a bit of a poodle who's died king. The dog made the dog Ted really people about 14 so, or maybe younger than that. But it's kind of sad, but it looks so heavy, it's kind of died on the inside. It's got medication, so it seems bad, of course. Then I had, I came on Wednesday night and had quite a couple of days. And then Michael came back on Saturday morning. And I thought the message thing, but I don't know. I just need to. It keeps too much happening. Anyway, so I'll make everything now. And Michael, we had a blue. A blue means a fight. So you're starting to record a blue. And so it was not did go great. I was running late, or my car stalled briefly because I turned the engine off at the traffic light. I was to preserve petrol, which is stupid, but the engine was good. I could get it to start, but luckily there's a very three Asian guys who pulled up beside me. And they saw I was just driving. They had this I got sparks. Oh man, I don't know what to call them, but something we don't just start the car up. It's all day about 5 minutes, so that's quick. Be up the picture with the airport, and I got really tense up. I know the engagement of his finger. I was like, oh my god, does it really mean it? I was not told what surprise, but I was prepared. We had blue in the car. Didn't go great, but got back to this apartment and I could bit more, but then we cut so we just truth almost. Each time so he's started going to slept from my heart or something. He literally slept all night, all day, all night. Woke up to 12:30, hour 12, 1 o'clock the next morning. Oh my god. So I was with him the whole time. Just make sure it was okay. It was nice to be with him. I didn't work out. We had another blue again. I kind of didn't really want to go home. I was, he was away for 1 month, so I missed him. I wanted him to be near me. But then he let me stay till Wednesday night, well, 5 days. In a world without, kicking me out of the house. I thought, well, that's interesting because it allowed me to keep some clothes there. I got my clothes, summer clothes, which never done before. But yeah, I think, we just spend time together watching movies, working, all that stuff. And then when I came home, oh no, actually, I went to see a movie called Suicide Tourist, which is a Danish Dutch film it's based on a real life event of patients who are died of cancer. So they go to a facility in Switzerland. You have the right to die service, so get injected or pills or whatever, and you die peacefully. And you can't do it anywhere else in many places. You go there to enjoy your life there, to tourist stuff, I guess. Or get a fancy order. It's expensive, of course, but you do with dignity. So that's what it's all about. It's quite sad, very surreal, a little bit surreal, poignant. This young guy who there's implication that he's been trying to cut himself into breath, and he said, one night that I'm going to a super fresh day, but not. I feel calm, but instead crying in the spa. But the finality of what he's going to do. The main character is got a severe brain tumor, so he's going to leave his girlfriend, and yeah. The others wrote out. And I had dinner with that friend that night. It's been had a lot of issues with his partner. They don't have sex anymore if he was dead. And it's really big boy, not boy, but because I imagine if I talk about my same issue, it would be boy because I think that's part of what I don't talk to you as well because I'm all going on at the same thing. I know you don't get bored. Maybe you don't get, I can see why you don't care, but I think you do care overall anyway. Right, between me, so I better wrap it up. It's good to see you. I mean, obviously I'm not talking to you, but I want to FaceTime you very soon because I really want to make time for you. And I'll miss you tomorrow because I'll be good about that. I want to be strong. Anyway, what happened Thursday night? I, oh my god, I forgot something. I did read out for something else. I come back to me. But the weekend was a little bit quiet, except for Thursday. Sunday was packed full. So everyone, which is normal for me. It's fine because in my first year, first time when I was 17, I didn't know anyone. I was kind of looking for sales or something, some sort of connection. I went up with a guy. I don't remember his name. Just worked his birthday left. But it was kind of exciting. I took a friend, but we connected with 7 years ago. He's a widow, and he was married. Well, yeah, he was married. He's got 3 teenagers. He's struggling with his jewelry to come out. But it came out last year. It's happy. It's more comfortable. And it's been to get conversion therapy. Can you imagine? All the years, you'd be tempted to look for sex or look at porn, but then you try to promise people, oh no, I want to do it again. You literally, down at my gym back then, you literally dictionary and give us that I'm sorry, I want to do it again. We had to get conversion counseling, and it was an interesting experience. Oh yeah, on Thursday night, a client got me comes to a play called The Campaign. It's about the history of gay reform, gold law reform in Tasmania, which is another state, but more of an island below Australia. It's very interesting history, very extensive research, very funny too. It's about this well-known campaign named Roger Groom, which so it's trying to bring about gay reform. It was very hard, lots of prejudice, lots of pushback, lots of misinformation, blah blah blah. The percentage from support for gay reform was like from 29% kept rising over the year through policies, to change of minds, and culture shift, through age and all that stuff. And they have to say, we're here, we're queer, and we're not going to the mainland. And there's this moment where this uncle Roger Groom is with his nephew who wants to come to the parade with him. And it smashes down the street with the nephew as his partner. It's got tears, and said, oh, the nephew asked why you cry. Said, oh yeah, 20 years ago, the people were abusing us, and now 20 years later, they're now applauding us. So it's big shows, that his family wants to be with him. He's working side by side with his partner, physically. And that was very moving because it's the third time when he thought he would be able to see it happen, the equality, get law reform, and then marriage equality, of course. It's just amazing, and I really connect with that because when you see a marriage and you want to do anything you can to make it work, but somehow you get defeated by doubt, uncertainty, people around you tell you to cap it down. Yeah, it's very hard, so I get that. And I hope you can hear everything I'm saying. So that was Thursday. And I connected this friend, Ross, who's the one who first came out last year, with a guy you might know, a friend, who wrote a book called Another of Learning, named Anthony Finn Brown. And it's well write a second book, but the fact he had been to gay conversion therapy, similar experience, between being married, it was serendipity that Ross and Anthony I introduced them. Anthony gave Ross his card, so the catch up copy. You could interview him to talk about his experience or that stuff. I made me feel happy. I feel like I gave back to the community, to compensate for my whole thing with Margaret. I told Margaret that as well. Just little things, but they're important to me. Anyway, we go very quiet. I went off to Marcus, but I was supposed to be a Valentine's Day with him, but that didn't really take. I made a mistake because even though it was overdue, my taking me out to dinner. Well, it was at first it was lunch, but it became dinner, and I wanted to take him to seafood restaurant. You know what seafood restaurant means? But then he was very. He got upset because I said I was going out to buy. He would give. I should have said that. Oh, I was behind it. I should have said I'm moving my car. And he said, no, don't give me any more gifts. I said I was going. No, I'm going. But I was thinking about myself anyway. So I should be more concentrated. If I had said that, that would be a different story. But anyway, it's excited not to go, and I had to cancel dinner, and we had an argument, of course, about that. And he said, yeah, you know, because it's seen my bad behavior. You know, I get a bit physical. I take a stab, and what about and he said, go take a stab, even want to be physical, but I didn't do that. But you know, we can't. We showed that we should go to tomorrow, which was Saturday, which of course did happen again. But I'll tell you why. Remember, but I told him other night, Friday night, I said, okay, I made a cup of the tea because I want you to be true to the team. He got said, oh my god, you know. I said, I want you to in case of emergency, you know. But I think it makes it kind of scared that I would just show him in and out anytime. It's fair because I never thought to make a cup of the tea. Put the past here, but you know, you can't get a second thumb. So I have to wait for someone to pass me or wait for someone to open the door. You know, but anyway, it's better. Well, he wants his space to be his space. I think I get that another bit anxiety, but even aggressive. That's fear based. And not getting what you want. You push back. They don't have push back. Don't like feel you're not on the same page anymore. But you say something positive things like what he was thinking, but he said 40% of sharing of my finding my way back to you. It says I love bits of you. And that was Friday. It said come back Sunday. I need to time to person. I thought maybe that's a good thing. So Saturday I did too much. Well I can't. Oh yeah, I was with him Saturday. It said all those things on Saturday, but I said I'll come back Monday. And I had that birthday thing, which is great. Where it's all lots of people, and you know what's like, but we have it's not like pride, you know, with the fairs or stores like that. It's kind of similar to that period, you know, be there to have kids and family dogs, all that stuff. It's concerts, music, live music, and we are to cover gay bar. It's so that the place called Bangkok. It's so busy, which is full bears, so busy. You have to queue up to go into the courtyard. I think it took up to 10 minutes, which was only a bit annoying. But if you want to go back inside to get drink, you did have to wait. You have to wait to get drinks. Then you have to go back outside and wait another 10 minutes. So, but I took watch there, and it seemed if like it's the first time to get, but well, the second or third time. In my friend, it took to cover people, and I introduced him to a friend called Peter. They got on really well, so that's good. I left him alone while I talked to people. And someone asked, I introduced Royce to another friend. Because he said, are you a copper? I said, no. But Royce said, oh, it goes slow, it's a work in progress. But we said, you know, I'm up. I don't know. Opposite the whole Michael, which is more of a project for me. Then we had to gay bar called the Imperial, which was fine because I thought I was tired, reaching home, but then friends were coming out. They said they were going to go to the Imperial, so we all know with them. That of course I went to more people, danced with them till midnight. I came home. Then yesterday, went to Marcus Play. And I was hoping Mike would be very not backtracking, but it did, of course. I think that's because apparently, you know, when he woke up the next day, Sunday morning, He's like, oh my god. He talked to his family, and I mean, Saturday night he was drinking because of me, which I can't get. But has drugs the whole month. In when you're like, I told he told me that you don't mind your father his new birthday, Gerald, and Joe's like, oh, not a nice person. I just right the first time. I thought, oh my god, that really proved I was right. That Michael doesn't know what he's doing. What he's perhaps over to a person. And yeah, it's funny. When the day Michael came back, I should have, but I interviewed social media. I had myself back on Facebook because I had problem. I got a bit upset about. He was the brother was messaging him all the time, trying to call him, but he was asleep. I was trying to interview to reply something, but I just leave it alone. But it's to have you won't be your best big thing. You have the strong rules around that. That you should probably be very comfortable with me. So I'll work with that. I don't want to be a Facebook friend. I don't see all the posts over, but I don't know. Bullshit. So back to Monday, he had backtrack. He took the cover of the key from my car keys, my key ring, while I was service out. While I was service out, I was like, oh my god. I think he kept his keys on himself all day. So it felt like he did that. That's disappointing because I told him, oh, I made everything to stay away during Sunday and not come to you, show up unannounced. I went back, But then, yesterday I went to cover meetings, but then last night we came to an agreement that we do this trial period where you stick to the plan, to stick to the vision. I'll come over at certain time, tomorrow or at certain hours, and go home when no sleepovers during this trial period. That you could trust me. It can't work itself out. It's very early that it's just 2 months trial period. So we review on April 17th, and so it seems to be working so far. But I have to keep going. It's basically just today I came back and it seemed to be more trusted to leave the keys around. So I used the key to go out for me to come back, and he was fine. And then he told me to go home at 5 o'clock, but that was the deal. And I didn't really want to go home, but I had to prepare myself. I knew that's what to do for him. Because he said if I do the right thing by him, he'd do the same for me. So which is fair because he knows my end game, and as long as we're on the same page, there's no pushback. So it's kind of funny because it's engaged now, but it's amenable to, for example, between the outcome of the trial period. We go to stage 2. Stage 2 meaning sleepovers, more time to spend together. But there's certain circumstances like it's the anniversary coming up, which is 23rd March next month, and I want to make up for the Valentine's Day missed opportunity. The anniversary thing, they seemed open to that. And but yeah. I thought the last time it was tricky, but for the first time I know why about horny about I was intimate with him. I tried to kiss him, caress him. It was okay. He did give in, respond, but he answered. He was very gentle about it, and he said you don't have to speak to me. I mean, my ticket was outside. I'm always naked. So when I left at 5 o'clock, he said, wow, what a remarkable achievement. He seems surprised. I was taking to the tail. Because that's good. He's just such a small thing, similar, but I want him to see me in a positive light. So if the job goes well, we'll see what happens. So I'm kind of that days. And that's another reason why I have already told you I want to be so focused on Michael. And I understand what you mean now, because even though you not be have her talk to you, but I mean, I thought to myself today, power if that would be amazing, if I live in San Francisco, and I'm sure in some alternate universe we've done that, I'm all glad for the what if. I hope it be the same way. Still, my life still has its limits. I'm sorry, I will give you your apologize to get, but I think I understand. I'm not gonna wait for your birthday. I need, I have to save much more money because of to buy class stuff. It's silly things coming up. I have to pay a fine, a pocket fine as well. But by the way, please, I hope you use the voucher to go to the restaurant that I got you for your Christmas. The exposure that is March 3, March 3 item. So please don't forget, I want to talk to you about that as well. It's your best time. Anyway, I love you. My mic is fucking 35 minutes now. I think pretty much caught up to speed. But if you don't understand anything I've said, I will cap a little bit some of that to be best time. Anyway, I'm looking at my face. I don't look good. You look good. Or it's a fault. I imagine you in my head. Thank you. I love you.